Hey all, I'm the Spoof developer and I'm going to be showing you a little demo of how the plugin works and some of its features. So first of all, the plugin works in a way that your staff members, such as your admins and people who have high permissions or all permissions, won't be able to see Spoof unless they're physically added into the config file. In order to use this, you'll need to run Spoof, and if you're whitelisted, you'll get access to see these various menus. And then to add a player manually, you do this in console by typing spoof, add the person's name. In this example, we will use Beth. And then once that runs, you can see they're in the game. Now you can message them. So in this instance, I can message them hello, and it sends it as a real player. I can do scene using the Essentials plugin, for example, and as you can see, they all have their own IP address. They can message back, not automatically, but with either the action system that's in the plugin or using the console. So I would sudo message Siri, hey there. And in this example, they don't have permissions, but it also goes to show that they are a real person. If I opt the account, and then I now run the same command, message Siri, hey there. You can see that they've messaged back. I can TP to them, and as you can see, they are a physical person. They also pick up items. So in this example, if we get a sword and I drop the sword, they will now pick up the items like a real player, and I can now in-run see them. Yeah, and if I remove the item, then usually the case, if they didn't have permissions, like now if I quickly deopt them, and I now run the same commands, as you can see, they're no longer holding the item. And if I did that again, you can see they're holding the item again. So far from what we've run through, they have their own IP address, they physically appear in the game. This can also be toggled, so if you have a server where, like a hub server, you can toggle this off. It's a whitelist system, so if we go into the spoof config, which is like this, and then as you can see here, you can set them to be visible or invisible. This is bungee mode. This is used more or less just as a developer thing. This is where we specify any players that we want to whitelist, and anyone that's not in this list, no matter what permissions they have, they will not be able to access this, and instead they'll see a no permission. Going down here are our modules. This is a developer API, so developers can add their own modules as they so desire. The ping module allows you to change a random spoof player's ping. Obviously at the moment it's set on low settings, but you could have this fluctuate into the point where it would change quite rapidly on a random player. This module allows the spoof players to pick up items, as I demoed a minute ago. The action module allows you to run an action on a random spoof player. The vote module allows players to vote a random player from the different servers in the hope to kind of promote other people to vote. The fluctuation module allows you to automate adding and removing players depending on how many players your server has. So in this example, it's between 2 times and 2.5 times. And you specify the list of names or UUIDs here. I'd recommend UUIDs just because if a real player changes their name, this will also reflect. That's that part done. Now going back in game, you can see if I do list, they are physically there as well. I can give them, if I give them permissions, add nt.moderator, I believe it is. Yep, they now have a physical tag as well, and they're now sorted in tab as well. In this example, using the name tag edit plugin. And as demoed here, they also have permissions just like a real player with permissions X or any other permissions plugin that works of that sort. That's just a quick demo of Spoof. If you're interested in purchasing, please add me on Discord or reply to me. And that's it really. Thank you.